Yeah, that's what I'm yeah. Anyways, all right. Carnage Motorsports is gonna get their gas station probably in the next 24 hours. There's gonna be today. However, there was just kind of like a paperwork issue. Like they submitted their letter and whatnot. What do you call it? For some reason, it didn't go through the form, so I kind of walked them through the steps earlier.
What are they getting?
They're gonna get the gas station, you know, the old bodega. So they're moving their mechanic shop from Sandy down here. So after Chaos Legion split and created Raven, MC, they were looking to move down to Los Santos County, and they were looking for property. And I was like, bro, we got the gas station. They're going to be running a mechanic shop down there and everything. And I was like, that is perfect for the no squatters. Like, generally speaking, given how few properties come down our way, I think it's good that we've been mostly going through the lottery system. But this is one of the first times where I'm like, this makes sense to give them a property or give someone a property. So,
I like it. I met with Misha and Corolla a couple days ago. They needed wood, and they kind of gave me the tea and the updates.
Wait, what was in there?
So I think it'll be good for them. It's good to have them in the city. Good to get them a spot.
Okay. Shit. So, yeah, you can always report it to moderators if someone's doing weird shit. Fuck, I'm like trying to remember what we got on our court center website. Is updates are coming through. I'm gonna be ripping through another 1,000 boxes today with some of the others. I don't want to go too deep into that since I'm not sure how much you guys are concerned with it, and it's probably best anyways that once 2.0 launches or gets closer to launch date, we can discuss a little bit more on that matter. Next, housing. There's no properties. I don't know what's going on.
And none were seized last month either. So
yeah, it's tough, man.
I was tracking two were up for seizure, and I guess the owner woke up for the first time in 3 months yesterday and paid for them. Yeah.
Do we have any? Well, did we buy any properties that were like big enough to set up as like a condo sort of thing, and we could get multiple people set up in the property?
Everyone wants their own space when you talk to them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Oh. The lumber company building, I actually want to turn into tier 2 apartments. I need to find a good interior decorator that can decorate, like get it all sorted in a week. You know what I mean? That's what I am seeking. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I do think it's going to be really fun. I want to call it tier 2 apartments with like, hire a janitor, a manager, all that kind of shit. Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are we gonna charge people to live in there, or what? Because it's probably gonna be a lot of people who are gonna want to live in there, right?
Yeah, of course we got to charge. Otherwise, like how else would it work?
I wonder if you could get the hub building next door, because they haven't really done anything with that in a couple months, and it's immediately next door to the Lumber Co.
I mean, I feel like they do use it regularly, even if the kind of public space is not necessarily open.
Who uses it?
Audra, that's actually it. But the only person keeping that business going is Audra.
It's the only person left, yeah.
Really?
Okay, yeah, might be.
Interesting.
Yeah, Cloak and Seven have been woken up for months.
Mm-hmm.
I think
they woke up once. That's it.
It's probably fucking pay the bills.
I suspect that it's going to fall into the same trap I think most properties are, that people are keeping them and paying for them because under the fear of what if they decide to wake up again. You know what I mean? Which I think is well within reasonable, right? Like, sure. Look, I'm gonna be real. Like, if I took a vacation for 6 to 8 weeks or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I might come back after 2 months, right? I wouldn't want to come back to not having anything, right? So
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
I will say though that there are certainly properties that absolutely haven't been utilized in 6+ months. Now, I am very aware that, like, so there's some legislation I think you wrote up for Princess there, Michael. At least that's what she said. And
Which one? Oh, you're talking about what the hell?
It's like she wanted to make an
Expropriation.
amendment to the Constitution, and then I was like, no, that's legislation. I am not signing up on a constitutional change for it.
I didn't fucking write it. If she wrote it, I gave her some comments.
I see.
She wanted eminent domain, right? To basically expropriate privately owned property back into county control.
I'm gonna be pretty honest. I'm not. She can do that up in Blaine County. We're not doing it down here.
No, I agree.
We deal with like, you know what our job is, and I think there's only so much bullshit we can handle, and holy fucking shit, that's an entire term's worth of bullshit that legislation would open up. If she wants to do it up north, by all means, right? But it's falling into that. Let me be honest here, right? We already know some of the things she's done with properties, which more power to her, right? People voted for her, right? That's their choice. But I would be worried that if I publicly am like, yeah, I approve of this, right? Kind of like how she uses your name sometimes, right, Michael? Like, oh, Michael approved this legislation. He thinks it's a good idea,
What?
right? Oh, she does. Yeah, she's done it a couple times. My weariness is me saying, hey, princess, that's a great idea. And she telling people like, oh yeah, I passed this. Nino supports it or whatever. And the next thing you know, there's like properties missing, and they're like for her entire cabinet. You've got like cabinet row or some, I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's enough reason for me to fear the worst. Right. So, and I just don't have the mental capacity to handle that situation, right? Because it's going to come back to us, right?
Yeah, I think if she passes that, it'll be a death sentence for her. I'll be honest.
I don't think it will.
Politically, you don't think so?
For next term, yeah.
That's what I mean. She's not going to be able to work in politics again if she passes.
I don't think she wants to be mayor anymore.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been. Well, whatever. Let's skip this conversation. What's in front of us. Not that it's not interesting, but I don't want to lose sight of what's our responsibilities. Tea time. You know what I mean? I'm getting too much into it. Sani, I don't want your poll having to wait on the VAF stuff. It's like moving like molasses right now, and I'm thinking that instead we I think we just send it. Is there, unless there's any legislation that we're looking to pass in the next week that we want public scrutiny on, which I don't think we do.
Yeah, I mean, are you sure about that? Like, do you feel like we're in a hurry? Because, we have the questions ready. We can get them out there whenever the VAF stuff is ready. But if you feel like it's going to take too long, then that's another, that's fair.
I think I want to have a cadence of us doing polls every 2 weeks. And I'm very interested to get lessons learned with our first one, which would be
gotcha.
What's the turnaround? And I'm very curious what people are thinking of the police department, because if we're going to be honest, most of it is hearsay. Maybe we ask a very critical, maybe let's spin this on its head. So, why did we want to ask the question about VAF? Because we want people to read it, and we can get ahead of any conversations. Maybe instead, is there any critical thing that we think we need to learn from the public that right now is coming to us in the form of rumors and we need a clear answer on? Like, for example, and I'm going to spitball like just a random one. Like, is there a problem with class 2s? Right? And now I'm not saying that becomes like the question, but it's an example of a critical question that would lead people to go to the polls to get that, give us that feedback.
Yeah.
You know, I think with how much emphasis we placed on the criminal code and the penal code in the last couple weeks, and now having done a rollback, though, you know, admittedly, I think we all agree that what we rolled back to is not a perfect version of the penal code either. I think questions around the penal code itself would be really beneficial for the next couple months. We know there's a lot that needs to change there. Go ahead.
But in terms of the poll, though, is there anything that we need to, should we ask, is Bruce a scammer?
I mean,
yeah.
Like that, yeah. I get what you mean. Like, it is a topic that some people's minds, yeah.
That would be, oh my God. I don't think I'd have the audacity. I mean, it's a funny thought, but
yeah, also everybody would say yes, so there's, you know.
I was going to say, it's a bit more of a rhetorical question than it is a survey question.
No, but it'd be great to have data on it, right? Like,
for sure. Yeah, but I don't know, like, what is the hot topic at the moment? I'm not sure if there's anything like, what are people talking about? What are they worried about?
Well, what have y'all heard? Like, have y'all been getting any? I'm gonna be real with you. Most people haven't been complaining with any. People are fairly satisfied, I feel. The things have actually been good outside of the PD requests lately, if I'm gonna be honest. They're right now. Okay, actually, the two areas I've been, you know, PD keeps asking us to do shit, and quite frankly, aren't helping us. Transparently, in relation to the whole. That's been my experience. But then the second is that I've been hearing a lot about fuck the DOJ, but that's always going to be a thing, right? Because someone always loses in a court case.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much murmuring about housing. Maybe that's because we've had these programs in place and maybe people recognize that we're doing our best with it. Maybe. Is there anything that y'all have been hearing that, like, man, this sucks? Like, I wish it was different, or like any like areas of like hyper frustration? And don't get me wrong, we could do a town hall, but like just, you know, on your everyday.
Me personally, there's been a bit of a complaints about the food stalls thing. Like whenever I go there, you know, people say, "Oh, hey Junior, how's it going?" Yada yada yada. But I think since the tickets things have come in, and I don't know whether you know, but all the food stalls have a new expiry date, right?
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a shit show, by the way.
Yeah, that is gonna be.
It's gonna be crazy.
Chaos. Oh, that reminds me, Nino. Are you able to submit some stuff for Levi for the food stall, because Gage gave it the green light?
What?
He wanted a drink to be made through there.
Oh, yeah. Is that in the menu idea?
Say that again.
Oh, oh my God, the lifers are interested. Oh, that's a ghost kitchen shit. Oh my God, that is sick. Did we ever do that, Michael? The ghost kitchen?
You should probably talk to someone from DOC. It sounds like a shit show. It sounds like Flyrone's leaving, and he was the one that was like pushing to get the ghost kitchen set up.
I love that, by the way. Whoever made those, did you make those?
No, they need to be remade. They were
But
made by a computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a
So
really good computer images. I'm gonna be honest though.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
good.
I know that I'm sure that
hurts me deeply. Yeah.
Michael.
Probably cry about it later a little bit.
Yep.
Big man, Michael.
What's up, Danger? Just
Hey, man.
in the middle of being accused of being an AI artist for like the 3rd time this week by Nino. How you
I
doing
never
today?
said you're an AI. No, I was saying like what I was trying to say is like I'm
I
sure
know, I'm
that
bugging.
bothers
I'm
you
bugging.
because okay, yeah.
Well,
No.
hold on now.
It actually doesn't bother me.
AI is a thing of the future. Like, good shit, Michael. You got to use that more.
No, motherfucker. Like this guy's an actual artist, so it must suck. Like knowing that computers are like
Better than me? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not, bro. It's about the heart you put into it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's about the heart you put into it, bro. Don't stress it.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Appreciate
happen.
that, Danger. Really.
Michael, what
reassuring.
dimension does the packaging need to be for the shit? 'Cause I think
Wait,
you
wait.
guys done it wrong.
Let's bring it. We got to bring it back home.
We'll deal with it later. Don't worry.
So, issues, right? Has there been anything you guys have been hearing that is, any problems? People like a common complaint about anything in the city? There's food stalls, but that one we have a pretty good handle on. Anything else like vehicles, just whatever it might be like.
Well, honestly, I speak to a lot of people, right? I've not really had too many complaints about things to be changed or things to be altered, but I feel like if we actively go out there and start asking people what do you want to see changed, we'll I
So
feel
this
like,
is about a poll question, right?
So
So
I feel like people do understand that we're busy
yeah.
and they don't want to put more on our plate, but I feel like we need to understand what additional things we can do to try and help out, because if there's ever a time to do it, we're not we're not particularly busy at the moment in comparison to other times.
I think what's interesting is if we actually are in a spot right now where people aren't really complaining about something, like something specific or like a theme, that probably means that people don't have enough problems. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I think
No,
you
it
might be
does.
right.
yeah.
I feel
So,
like right now it's like gang wars
Yes.
and gang wars.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and that's why, for example, the changes to everything at the food court, it has, previously it was pretty dead there because nobody was open, and now everybody has the ability to be open because it's much easier to stay open. So there's not a big challenge to it, which makes it kind of just very, let's say, stale for everyone, if you catch my drift. So I feel like that in general is an interesting issue. I don't know how to poll that. I don't think we can, but just as an observation.
That's a good point. Shit, we need some. Maybe let's do this because I think we wouldn't want a poll to be open until Monday anyways, but I think that should be our goal, Monday. And I'd say let's maybe come back tomorrow and Signy, please do remind me of this question tomorrow because things escape my mind all the time. Is we think we address tomorrow what kind of heavy-hitting question do we want to ask the public in a multi-choice form, like a yes or no, like is this a problem, is it not a problem, or like name 3 areas that you want us to most focus in the next 2 weeks type thing. What question is going to drive people to the poll? Previously it was VAF. Obviously we're probably not going to have that till Monday. I don't trust we will. So what could that replacement question be? And so we can just cook and come back to that tomorrow.
All right, that sounds good.
Next up, what Oh, I spoke to Veronica Mars EMS about this tow thing. I don't know if I brought that up, but So, context, 48 hours ago, it was like Thursday, PD's like, this thing is happening with Toe and that thing's happening with Toe, da 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 da. It's like one guy, you know what I mean? And I didn't really understand their problem because it wasn't really a proposal. It was kind of like a Nino fix, you know what I mean? And even though they had the faculty to do so, I spoke to Veronica afterwards, Veronica Mars, like separately. She gave me a call, and she told me that what is happening is, they have state-owned ambulances, and the tow guy is kind of dumb. And if that state vehicle is towed, that vehicle is gone forever. And he steals the car parts or some shit. We're gonna resolve this by buying them new ambos to replace the state ones, and the state ones are gonna get deprecated, and those parts are gonna be put in the regular one. Now, this doesn't necessarily, that fixes one of the many issues with tow, but it at least removes that thing of like vehicles magically disappearing. You know what I mean? Because people that may be doing this activity are not going to know about this problem. You know what I mean? They're just going to be doing their tow shit. They're not going to know that these cars are going to evaporate from in thin air. Am I making sense? Separate from that, we did discuss specifically for EMS related stuff, because EMS themselves have to rely on the police department to do the arrests, right? And so they're kind of like, it can be targeted effectively in order to make sure that people do not get affected by this. If someone is targeting ambulances and those ambulances are in the midst of giving medical, there will be a hefty fine associated to it. And if it becomes patterned, it may turn into a hold. This thing tackles that specific problem as opposed to, because that's a lot more thought out. We had a really good conversation about it, as opposed to what the original inference is tow just can't touch emergency vehicles. That doesn't really solve anything. That already exists. But this tackles, are you preventing someone from getting medical, right? Which oddly enough doesn't exist. Like if I went into the hospital and like Junior was dying and I put a gun to the EMS's head and I took him, nothing happens to me. I get like it's not even bad. It's like actually insane.
Huh?
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's no like, there used to be a charge. It doesn't exist anymore. Like you could do like attempted murder or something like that, but there isn't. There used to be a charge a long time ago in relation to this. But okay, I'm gonna knock on some walls. You know how it's like really, really dumb to do violent shit at the hospital? But, you know, sometimes, you know, people will still do it anyways. But because it's really dumb, I think people have, like, ignored the fact that it still kind of happens. So, as a result, I think that charge was just removed.
Yeah, but I mean, like you say, stuff like that can happen outside the hospital as well.
Yeah.
It's not just that area, so it is, you know, it could be a problem.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, but maybe we haven't seen too much of it.
The closest thing is FAFO, but FAFO is not really addressing the underlining thing. FAFO is just a enhancement charge. And if I'm going to be honest, if you're trying to like, you know, yoink someone mid-surgery, like that's, in my opinion, it's attempted murder. But like, I think having that like, let a judge and the situation dictate the fine and time it's much better than a low-hanging small charge or a high-hanging one, which actually might fit the thing that me and some of the justices talked about a while ago, is that right now we have like it should be a catch and release charge, in my opinion. Simple, right? You get caught with it. You get caught. It goes on the docket, and a judge rules what the fine and time is. Holy fuck! That's it, right there. Boom. Yeah, not a hut, but rather a catch and release, kind of like drug trafficking. All right. Okay. Anything else we want to chat about?
There's a few grants and, well, let's say quite a few grants for you to have a look at, Nino. If you want me to give them the green light forward and just sort of check them all, that's sweet. But there's, I think, 5 or 6 ready to go.
Yeah, I went through some of them, and then I kind of got, I think they're asking way too much for the store. Well, I got to take a look. Actually, give me a sec. Let me pull it up.
Who do you think is being too...
Oh, hold on. There we go. Where is Heavenly Bites? Do you know?
I've genuinely never heard of that business before, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Who owns it?
Finley Milton.
Finley.
Okay.
Finley Schmidt, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, Finley Schmidt. I know exactly where that is. It's in the it's in Vespucci.
Oh, is it one of Helios's projects?
It's one of Helios's projects. Yeah. It is in. Well, what's the name of the bakery down in Vespucci?
Okay. Actually, these are good. I misread one of them, and it's actually good. So this is all set and ready to go. Okay. Yeah, I will get to these as soon as I can. But I think all these are probably going to get accepted. All right.
Easy.
All right, easy. All right. Anything else anyone wants to bring up?
Do we know what the average request amount is for like grants and events and whatnot?
It
Like 1.5.
ranges.
I feel like it's like 1.5 is like a middle ground.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. From experience, from what other people request, because there's placements people have, and then just overall prizes.
Yeah.
1.5, I'd say it's a good middle ground.
Yeah, I know there's some outliers that are pretty big, but
Wait, did it
I
say
feel like that's a
Speedo's
healthy
delivered?
number for an event.
Yeah.
Should be a number of crimes that have that framework. I agree, actually. All right. Okay.
Hey, did you make it to Andre's thing yesterday?
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
Yeah, you got called out, Nino.
Oh yeah, you
Oh, really? What happened?
Yeah, a guy called Abdi called you out.
did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's some like
Yeah, he wants to
random
fight
just
you.
wait, what? Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy was
The
like
guy just
tweeting
flew
at
on.
me. I didn't know who the fuck it was.
I called that Quantum too.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's I'm assuming it's a stan. That's what it came across on Twata. Is it like? Did it seem like he's just like fresh in the city type shit? Because I saw his Twata stuff. It was very random.
I don't really know, to be honest. It was just the guy just seemed a bit off his fucking head on drugs and whatever. The fuck,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
seemed fucking nuts, bro.
Someone from chat. All right, cool. Unless there's anything else, I'm gonna get to cooking. Charles, we're gonna do some unboxings a bit later. Maybe when.
This is how much I ended up. So from yesterday to like right now, I'm at 7,100.
Oh my god, fantastic! So we're good.
And Michael, to answer your question, it's 1.6 million.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the
one
average.
that's yeah. I think that's.
It was me. You caught me. Wait, was it actually you, Cheesy?
Wes sent over the 3 missing charges from the criminal code. Do you want me to just slap that in the bill template and we'll send it?
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Danger, and I
I thought
wasn't
it was
paying
too.
attention.
No, Wes sent over the 3 missing charges from the criminal code. I said, do you want me to slap that in the bill template and all? You can just send it.
I want PD to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want them to reconciling errors.
No. It's shared reports. I already started putting it in the bill template.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do it. Michael, you're always fucking enabling them, all right? They gotta learn to wipe their own ass.
Dude, did you look at the VAF legislation right now? I
All right,
would
let me
rather
pull it up.
write it myself than have to read what they write.
If we lived in a better world, huh, Michael?
We don't. We live in this world.
We do live in this world, don't we? See how much do you have right now, Nino?
Michael, who's better at writing legislation, me or
Let me
them?
You, 100%.
It's not. It can't be. Bro.
Oh my God, let's fucking go. I imagine have you used up everything, or do you have some?
I am sitting at like 600, like 700 grand right now.
Off the fronting, or?
Oh no, I went through it already. I'm at exactly what I would have been at.
Easy.
Basically.
Text me how much Court Center owes you, and I will up you again as well. I think
Okay.
this is fucking great. This is really good. I think what we'll do is like I gotta take care of some.
Over 15.
Yeah, I'm at 21K.
Whoa, hold on, man. Hold on. 15,000. There we go. Jesus.
Yeah, it's 15K each. I mean, hey, listen, if we end up with enough, maybe we do like 2,000. You know what I mean?
I need a different property.
No, actually, I learned that the reinforced crate, there's better. If you get a chance, take a look in the basement.
I said reinforced large crates. We should use those.
Yeah, I don't. You know what I'm learning, Danger, is that like for the first time I'm actually doing like now that I'm involved, like it's just like quicker decisions. You know what I mean? And you're right. Like I was pointing at him. I put 4 down each box. So when you put 4 of them together, they are half the size of a like shipping container, yet they hold 150 between the 4. So
way more, but
yeah, it's cracked. I've already asked Flippy to get me 10 or 12 of them.
I have the first one in the city in my basement.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got one of those. I mean, they're apparently rare, but I don't think they're that rare. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. The large reinforced? Oh, no. Fucking
Yeah.
Wide and Tally have a bunch of BPs for them.
really? Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if we can get like a crack amount of them, that'd be fantastic. I think that we replace some of the storage ones. I put 4 in the room where we unbox, and we can immediately use those to put like, okay, just throw all the stage 5 in here. Put the 4 in there, put the tires in this one, and then the trash goes on the ground, and then we just take out the 5s and put them in the proper boxes. Take out the 4s, proper boxes. And I think down below, literally we just replace all those fucking like other crates with the other ones.
The medium reinforced? Or the large
shipping
ones?
containers get replaced with the
Largest, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we leave like 2 shipping containers, but we'll see. But I do agree, actually, to your point. You're talking about the little crates.
The little ones on the shelf. Those are large crates, the little ones.
Yeah, they're
but
kind of
the
shit.
medium- Yeah, the medium reinforced are way better than those large ones that are on the shelves.
Do they look good on the shelf?
They look good on the shelf. They hold more weight, and I believe they have more space in them as well.
Space is the main thing that we need. The amount of
I'll get you a
slots.
number. I'll get you a number. I have
Oh,
some set up.
beautiful, beautiful. In fact, bring it down to the Quad Center, see if we could, because there's some empty shelving. Maybe put one down and we can.
I'm gonna fix that airlock too. You got like an elevator door for an airlock.
Yeah. What's his name? The new Benjamin. He's still learning. So,
gotcha.
but he's doing pretty good. He's a nice guy. So I think he's intelligent enough that even though he's like learning, he's gonna be good eventually.
Sure,
you know, he gives me off that impression. He's not annoying, which is great. And he seems very interested, which I think those are the two things that I love to look for. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't have to be. Some people are really good at shit, but holy fuck, it's just I don't want to talk to them for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, Junior.
Yeah, yeah, knew that was coming.
How's Berry Island going?
We are gonna hopefully be doing a thing with the NoPixel group and setting up all the guitars, boxes, chairs, everything today.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna hopefully be doing the grand opening sometime next week.
So did you work out a deal with Princess? Is it down here?
Did I fuck?
This is good.
I'm just gonna use the island I used in the video. She literally can't stop me.
Hey, we like Princess in this circle, guys. We like Princess. Great, good person. Yeah.
12 million for a shitty island. Come on.
Good.
She told. Do you know what she said to him? Danger?
Well, I mean, I think Junior, I was there when it was being pitched, right? I think so. Initially,
Yeah.
I think I remember it. Yeah, she did say so long as we put money for the island, but I was just like, in the back of my head, I was thinking, can you just like use it regardless? I don't really think.
Yeah, I thought, I'll go about it the right way, and all for a bit, I know Blaine, struggles with money because she spends it like, I don't know, like she's fucking Willy Wonka or some shit, bro. Like, no, I don't give a fuck. Like, she spends money like there's no tomorrow, so I thought, fuck it, I'll try and help her spending issues. And then she fucking slaps 12 million on the table. Well, she'll just get to fuck. I'll just do it anyway.
I don't know. I just.
For me, the thing that was alarming was more the, oh, Junior, you own an investment company. I'm sure you can afford $12 million. And I'm like,
I don't think that's the
Wait,
point.
was that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
She mentioned that. Oh
She
yeah,
took
you
a-
invest in a lot of businesses. We don't do that anymore, firstly.
Mhm.
Giving people all their shares back because we moved from that model. And then she must think I'm fucking, I don't know, Bill Gates, some shit, bro.
Why am I getting called then?
I've seen Warren Buffett videos. You must be worth billions. If it does turn into something, look, we got other islands down here.
That's what I told him.
Like the ones that are adjacent to Palomino. Wait, why would you not use the Palomino ones? Those are way better.
Isn't there a cargo ship over there?
He wanted to use the big one, and I said that's the island that Nino stims out on. I don't know if you.
Yeah, no, I told him that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I checked
that's
all
my
the
getaway.
islands. They're all kind of crap. I'll be honest.
What? I don't think you looked at where I'm thinking. There's a huge one, like with a shack on it and everything.
Oh, there is a they're right. There is.
Is
Yeah,
there?
buy that one.
Yeah.
Where?
It's next to Palomino, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. It's a.
Want to take my boat,
Islands.
Junior? You go out on the boat. I'll show you. Then.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I gotta steal Michael for a little bit just to catch him up, and then on some things, and then maybe y'all link up.
Yeah, I'm about for a while tonight, so we'll be alright.
Okay. All right. Easy. Anything
right.
else we want to bring up? All right. Beautiful.
Me and Signy are cooking on legislation. I'm gonna get properly stuck into it tomorrow, so I'll have a bit more time, and then I'll ping it over to you, Michael, when I did what I did last time.
Love it.
Last thing, the grime idea. I've been kind of floating around and speaking to a few people about it. I think there's something there. I just need a bit more time to get something up and running with it.
Easy. No worries. Okay.
right.
Beautiful. Danger once like maybe Tony's around and whatnot. Oh fuck, is Opal around today?
She should be.
Okay, beautiful. I'd say
so. It's like 17,500 that I sent you in total.
okay, easy.
I'm doing less
Oh shit,
of
that's
an
Martha.
estimate
I'm gonna go talk to
rather
her.
than going more, but I know it's 17,000
Okay.
at most.
All right. And I'm going to have a tracking tool soon because be sure to very much track it, Danger,
Get on.
because You know,
I'm gonna
if someone
do that going
asks,
forward because I thought it'd be easier, but now I'll just actually have a notepad with it.
yeah, have a notepad, open up like a Google sheet or something. Try to backfill if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, just cause like if someone's like, wah, 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 we can just be like, there it is, bitch, and slap them across the face
This
with
is
it.
where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total amount. Unsure what you want to give, but if you wanted to re-up it plus pay for it, I think it'd be like 5 in total.
Yeah, just send me like a you know, like a little like, you know, give me like a number, you know what I mean? Like
Okay, all right. It'd be 5.9.
could you text that to me?
Yeah.
Wait, 5.9 what? Million?
Yeah.
That I owe you?
No, for the if we're counting the re-up.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't owe me 5 mil. That
I was
doesn't
like,
make
holy fuck. I'm like,
No. That's how much I got for you, but that's also including like that's in total how much I got for you. That's how much that was
beautiful.
worth. But I'm also counting the re-up you gave, which is the 2, right? Or the 4, right? So yeah.
Yes. That makes sense.
I'll make sure there's math behind it. You're not just giving me fucking 6 mil.
No, 100%. And I think this is why it's a good idea to do this, because like 3 weeks from now, we're going to be like, what the fuck? But like I said, we're getting, when I say I'm cooking hot, Danger. It's going to be fucking nice. But this is how much you're owed right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, easy. And send the state ID as well.
Alrighty.
And for temporary, make a Google sheet. Try to just, like, it can be dog shit. Just kind of like,
I just want to make sure I at least have some sense of what, yeah, I don't want this to be a headache, because this was a headache just doing just now, and I didn't think it would be, because I thought I'd be able to keep track of. There's just some shit on your phone for Bet where you can't actually see all your transactions. It's just recent ones. So I didn't think it was like that, so that's why I'll probably be doing it going forward.
Yeah, if you could try to backfill just some of it, you know, with even an estimate, you could say like from X to 5/23/2025, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then start entering it in. My main thing, right, Danger, is always keep in mind, right, there's going to be someone that's going to go crying, and then I have to go answer a question. Why did you send this? What is going on with Danger? And I can just be like, well, here's the sheet. Here are the records. Boom.
I'll have columns for I'll have columns for it. It'll be easier to track.
Easy.
Set up.
And in the next, hopefully, my guy's already working on it. There will be a website that will handle all of this for the brokers. It'll do all the tracking for us, which will be nice.
Beautiful.
All right, I will be in touch as soon as the squad's around.
Yeah, no worries.
All
Just let me know.
Easy. Appreciate you. Let's get food first. Bro, I've been cooking so hard. I am glad I get to enjoy quartz now. I actually fuck with this so heavy.
Good. Yeah, good. It needs some life breathed back into it, so
it needs life. It's gonna solve, I think, bring life to businesses for other people.
Yeah.